there! In today's video, we are switching gears back over to makeup, and we are going to talk all about yellow eyeshadows. This video was inspired by a YouTuber called Teresa is Dead. She recently just uploaded a video all about yellow eyeshadows, and of course she has a lot more than I do, but it inspired me to do a video like hers because I actually have been on the hunt for yellow eyeshadow for the last couple of years, and I have made my own custom yellow palette, which we will get into here in a moment. But yeah, that's what today's video is going to be all about. So if you like yellow eyeshadow, if you've been looking for some, I'm going to swatch all the yellow eyeshadows I have collected over the past few years, even an eyeliner and some other related makeup items that are yellow. So I hope you will get something out of this, and please go over to Teresa is Dead's YouTube channel and watch hers, because she does have some other shadows that I don't. So let's get right into this. We're going to start off by talking about a palette that I curated on my own. And here this is. There's a few different kinds of textures. There's mattes, there's shimmers, there's like velveteen type things made from different people, and we're going to go over each one. But this is the palette I put together as my staple yellow palette. And I do have some singles that didn't make it in here. You know what? And sometimes I do switch them out because I ended up buying a lot of yellow shadows in my hunt for the best one. But here is my personal yellow palette. And I'm going to swatch all of these colors, not just the yellow in this particular palette. Now in the other palettes that have one or two yellow shades, I'm just going to be swatching those shades for you. But since I curated this all around a yellow look, I'm going to go ahead and swatch it all. We're going to start at the top one, the dark brown, which is, it's a cool brown, a cool toned brown. It doesn't pull red, and this is Manic. This is from Divina Cosmetics. We're going to start down here on this side. As you can see, that is very pigmented. This tone of brown goes excellent with yellows. Next is we have Freya from Divina Cosmetics. This is like a khaki, yellowish brown color. It's a very nice color to deepen the crease when you're doing a yellow look. And most of these I have used in my look today, which I should have started out with that, but yeah, I used my yellow palette. I wear yellow a lot. I wear yellow on an everyday basis. It's something you can pull off. It doesn't have to be intense, and don't be scared of it. But yeah, this look came from colors in this palette. I didn't use all of them, but most of them. All right, we have Alley from Sydney Grace. Ooh, this one's a little harder pressed than the other two. Little lighter, that's really good for the upper crease, just to blend some shades together. Excellent blending shade. Next one in the bunch is Lemon Cream by Sydney Grace. I did use this one as my upper transition today. And since I'm such a light toned person, you can barely see that, but it's a fairly decent pigmented shadow. That is true to color right there. Now the one vibrant yellow in this palette is Courtney. Oh, and I got something in there. But it's Courtney by Divina. This is of course my favorite yellow of all my collection, and that's why it's in my curated palette. Very pigmented. A little goes a long way right there. Now I have this in, this is, I think this is color, no, this is an Ulta single shadow that I picked up. It's called Coconut. This isn't gonna probably show up at all. This is just to set my eyeshadow primer. It doesn't even show up, but it's very nice and smooth and silky. Excellent for setting my eyeshadow primer so the other shades blend nicely on top of it. All right, we're going to go into some of the shimmers of this palette. This is Divina Triton. This is just a nice brown shimmer shade, very deep. It goes nice with these yellows. This is I'm not sure where this came. This came in probably a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy bag. No idea. It's a very nice copper color. It accents yellow, and that's why it made it into this palette. It's pretty. It's a really nice gold color. I wish I knew where it came from because this shadow performs well, and I would buy more if I knew what it was. Now this last one is another Divina. It's called Pyramid. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this particular shade from Divina, but it's what I put in my inner corner to really lighten things up. It's a shimmer, but it's not overly intense. Ooh. I just put that over that brown and made it a different color. It's like a nice buttercream, silky. Hopefully that barely catches the light on my white skin, but that's what I use as my inner corners when I'm doing a yellow look. All right, so there is my complete curated yellow palette. I'm gonna go right into a couple of my single shadows that didn't make it in this palette, but they are all really nice. And this almost made it in, and this is Doomsday by Baby Bat. It's just a little brighter yellow than this Courtney here. I do use it. Just because it's not in that palette doesn't mean I never use it. Very pigmented, just a hint brighter. It's very nice. Another Divina shade is Dorina. This is kind of like a mac and cheese color. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe yellow is just a little too bright for you. This is a nice mac and cheese color. There. Another nice yellow, and I think a lot of people already own this, but this is Paper Tiger by ColourPop. You know, this was one of the first companies that I seen make a nice yellow was ColourPop. And that was before I knew who Divina was. She could have had hers available for quite some time and I didn't know it. But here's Paper Tiger. Another kind of orangey mac and cheese yellow shade. Another one from ColourPop. I'm going to try not to blind you. Here. It came in this little holder. This I use as an inner corner highlight also. It's called Now and Zen. And it's almost silvery with a hint of goldish yellow in there. It works real nice as an inner corner or an upper lid highlight when you're working with a whole yellow palette for your eye. Now I'm going to go into some of my palettes that have nice yellows in it. And I always think right off the bat is Melt. They make some nice eyeshadows. This is a Melt Rust Stack. And this is kind of yellow. It's their Rubbish shade. Okay, up next is the Melt Gemini palette. This is one of my favorite palettes of all times. I almost didn't buy it. Most of these yellows actually came. I was trying to dupe this palette on my own because this was kind of pricey, and it's limited edition, so a lot of people couldn't get their hands on this, which was such a bummer because this is one of the best palettes ever. I hope maybe they'll come back out with it someday, because if you love greens or yellows, man, this is for you. This is what it looks like. I'm sure everybody's seen it before. Let's go over some of the yellows in this guy. I'm kind of running out of room here. We'll go, yeah, here we go. Okay, this is Mochi. These are all grungy, greeny, yellow colors. They're fantastic. I love those kind of looks. It goes well with my red hair. And then I'm gonna call this kind of a yellow. It's a yellow orange, and this is the tone Lorelei in here. It's maybe more orange than yellow, but it does go well with an orange look, so I'm going to include it. Okay, I have a few more to go. Now all of these are eyeshadows, but they go well with an all yellow look, so I'm going to include them. But my next I'm going to talk about this is an eyeliner by Melt. This is, what do they call this one? Is Baked. And let's go up here with this guy. It was made as an eyeliner. I also use it as a lip liner with a couple of my lipsticks because it matches them well. It's kind of like a burnt yellow. Now I'm going to talk about a couple highlighters. This actually, I put it in my own little container. This is one of my favorite highlighters of all times. Serious. It's by Sydney Grace, and it's called Orange Mist. And I've accidentally, this poor guy's been through it. It's fell on the floor. I've shoved my fingernails in it, but that's all me just messing it up. Now the lights aren't picking this up. It looks white, but it is not. It says orange mist, but it's an orangey yellow mist, and it's just fantastic. Actually, let's put this guy here because I know this isn't going to show up well. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Hopefully you can see. It says orange, but I think that's yellow. I don't know what they're talking about, but this is just gorgeous. And happens to be one of my favorite highlighters of all times. I hear she's discontinuing that shade, so if you're interested in it, I would run to the Sydney Grace website and pick it up now. More highlighters. This is a little Naked Cosmetics. Check out that packaging. Woo. This is a highlighting palette. There is a yellow shade in here. I don't think these have names. They don't have names. Now, I don't use this as a highlight so much. I guess I could. It probably looks like this guy, but I use this as an inner corner highlight too. It's just a tad bit more in your face yellow gold than that orange mist. I'm not one to wear a From Outer Space highlight, so that's why I don't tend to wear this one on my cheeks. However, if I really like this palette, I use it for inner corner highlights all the time, even though I don't wear them as highlighters. This is a staple in my palette. So there's the Naked Cosmetics gold shade. All right, the last guy I wanted to show you is a corresponding lipstick, and you have seen this before. You know I do like my Baby Back Cosmetics. This is their Liquid Lip in Citrine. I do wear this quite a bit. Oh, let's put this by this lip liner because I use that lip liner in conjunction with it. Look how nice that matches. But yeah, that is Citrine. It's coming across a little orange in camera, but on my lips it looks like a burnt yellow. All right, folks, there you go. There's my collection of yellow. I might do the same video like this in green because I do own a lot of green shades. Yellow and green are my favorite colors to put on my eyes. So yes, thank you to Teresa's Dead for inspiring this video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!